Alright, so today's job at hand is adjusting the preload on the trailer wheel bearings. This job will require a few different tools. Of course, we have a jack, and today we have 4 different types of hammers. Let's get started. Okay, hopefully on this straightforward job, we'll just be taking the trailer up off the ground, having the wheel spin free, and the issue is there is a little bit, let's see if I can, movement here. So there's not enough preload on the bearings, and they don't sound great, but they do spin free. So we're going to start by taking off the grease cap, pull the cotter pin off, and we'll see what's going on in there. Little brown, started off green. So there is a cotter pin that you have to take out. Get your other hammer. Put that to the side. So there's a little bit of play in there, and I'm hoping just turn this nut behind all this grease. All right, that's better. What I don't like is how rough that sounds. I guess we'll do the right thing and back this off and see what's going on. Like any good boat trailer, it rusts. And of course, this bearing is pretty rough when you try to spin it. It's not going to really show up on camera, but it does not roll smooth, so that is not a good sign. I'll try to show up on camera, but I'm seeing some really thin liquid in here, which I'm going to assume is salt water from putting the boat back and forth, and it's just really rough going around, and it should be nice and smooth. So unfortunately, I think I have to replace these bearings, which means more work. Alright, well, it just got a little bit worse. I just pulled out the race from the inner bearing. That's not supposed to do that at all. Maybe we're just going to replace the entire hub. Stay tuned for more destruction. I just was hoping to tighten the preload, but Nope. The good news, I had a spare. The bad news, I'm having to use the spare. And the worst news really means is additional hammers are going to be required to punch out the old races and seals. So this went from a 4-hammer job to an 8-hammer job. All right, we're back. So I did the easy thing and bought new hubs and got new bearings, and I got 2 because the other one's probably gonna be broken too. And I will definitely save this and rebuild it for a spare. I do take this boat various places, and having spares is always handy because when you're on the side of the highway broken down, at least having parts is a big advantage. So going over the hub, there's the inner race and the outer race where the bearings sit on. So with your hub and your bearing, it'll sit in there like that. Now with the inner bearing, this is on the back side, let's put the bearing in first and then we'll press the seal in here. Seal. Tap it in right here. Take our other hammer. What you don't want to do is put them in crooked like that. And immediately mess up your brand new seal, which I just did. Come on. All right, well, I broke the first one. Perfect. Good thing I only have 2. Okay, so I was able to get that seal in. The way to do it is just try to hit it straight down and not on its side and do this and that. The camera overheated, so I didn't get that on video, but I did get that seal in, and I'm going to pack the next bearing here for the outer bearing and shove a bunch of grease in there. Then we will adjust the preload.
Okay, so my method of setting up these bearings is to take a channel lock set of pliers and tighten this down to where the wheel almost won't spin. Then I'll back it all the way off to where I can spin it by hand. I'll get it hand tight, and I'll go to the next detent for where the cotter pin will go in, which is right there. And that wheel spins pretty free with some drag, and there's almost no noise on the bearings.